Myself, I did. I attended service this morning, and it was absolutely wonderful. I get fed every time I go to this church. That's Providence. But yeah, and it's a little bit. It's looking like it's a little bit gloomy outside. I don't know, but anyway, I have on my pajamas, and after this, I'll probably be laying down and watching some TV. But I was sitting at my computer and I was just thinking, as I always do. And I'm thinking about, my goodness, how do we continue to bump our heads, continue to make the wrong choices, the wrong decisions, continue to be around people that we know ain't no good for us, continue to do all the things that you know you're going to have to deal with consequences with. Things that you can clearly see ain't going to work out for you. This is with family, friends, lover, anybody that you encounter in life. There's always going to be people in there that you're trying to please, that you're trying to seek validation from. And we do this, we do it because we be hoping for something. We be hoping to see something different. Even though you know that you can clearly see the way they treat you, the way they act towards you, the things they do, they're never gonna, you can clearly see that it's not looking like they're gonna change. But yet, we continue to hope to see something different. And sadly, most times it never comes. And then you have the fear of being alone. That's one that I don't have to worry about. I love being alone. I did it for many, many years. I love being alone. Um, Not saying that it wouldn't be nice to have someone. Yeah, but I, I I'm not taking no more blanks anymore. So I'd rather be alone. But it's a lot of people that they just can't be alone. They can't see themselves alone for a minute, let alone a day. And so they just keep hopping from people to people trying to find what they're looking for. And sadly enough, they never do. What they do find is more and more heartbreak. Because one thing about it, you have to give yourself time to heal. If you don't give yourself time to heal, you just hopping to the next. You're really just taking what you were holding on to in the past right over to the present. So, and there's going to be problems going on that way. You have to heal first. Some people they get used to the emotional attachment. Being close to that person or being around that person or just feeling like you got a connection with that person. You know, a lot of people can't stand for that to be broken. You know, they kind of lose touch with their own self behind that. That ain't my problem. Low self-esteem, people that think they just, that they ain't good enough for a person or to be around people, so they tend to kiss ass a little more, they hoping on a prayer that that's gonna get them some props with the people with the ops. Okay, 9 times out of 10, that's not gonna get you nowhere either. Then you got people that's dealing with the trauma. So they have issues already. But then to be dealing with someone that you love, and they got trauma too. Two people with trauma that hasn't dealt with their trauma, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. And just being around another person that's dealing with trauma, it ain't got to be no relationship. It's people in general. Being around another person that's dealing with trauma, it's not going to work out, because 9 times out of 10, you guys are going to be inflamed with one another. So that's something that can keep you dealing with a person too. Y'all both dealing with the same thing. Y'all both done went through prep. Maybe it's some similar, and it's trauma bonding. And that's not a relationship. That's not something that you want to continue on with. And myself, I'm the person that has the desire to try to fix them. I really believe with my love, attention, affection, that I can fix a person. But, that's in my head. But when I look at it and see the big picture, some things just got to be left up to God. Okay? And that's why I said we go on for years dealing with going back and forth with people. Going back and forth. We make it hard. We making it hard on our own self. We wasting our own years, our own time, by wasting our time and our years steadily dealing with this mess that we should have been done with 15 years ago. But here we are, still trying to plead with somebody. No, I'm going to be honest with you. When I think about it, it makes me mad. I really be mad at myself. I want to slap my own self. Where you been this dang on long? That you just now sitting there. Well, I actually it started coming to me when I got clean from drugs. That's when it started coming to me that you done been doing it all this time. And then I'm still, and I ain't got no room to talk now, because I've still been doing it. I've still been doing it. And then when it's all said and done, you sit back and you have to go through your mind, rewind time. But yet you still asking yourself, how did I let this happen? How have I been dealing with this long? How I've been letting this person treat me like this? And the simple answer is, you only gonna get what you allow. What you allow is what you gonna get. Once you stop allowing it, once you stop accepting it, it's a hit and miss. Go on. But we go on for years putting up with trying to be accepted, want to be wanted by someone that don't show you no type of nothing. As I said, friend, lover, family member, you know, it's everywhere. It's everywhere, and it's in all different type of people. They can be related, they could be outsiders. It don't matter. You're gonna encounter them. And it's not that a person is addicted to a person or being around a person. The addiction is you're addicted to the hope that they're gonna do better, they're gonna be right, they're gonna act better towards you, y'all gonna get along. You're addicted to the hope, okay? Believing that this person can be the person that you picture. Well, a lot of times you got another thing coming, okay? You cannot simply change a person if they're in denial about what they're doing, what the problem is, or in denial about if you confront them about how you feel they're treating you, they can't seem to see it. You know, it's a done deal. But like I said, we go on for years. We'll go on for years with this stupid. I call it stupid because the picture 9 times out of 10 is painted, it's put right there in your face in the beginning. You see the picture right there, but we put our own self in denial. We ignore, we look over things, you know. I don't know. I guess it's a question that nobody can never, you just really can't answer it. Because you really don't know how you're going to act, or what you're going to accept in a situation. But I tell you, you know, I said, the wisdom of it is not recognizing the wrong door. It's recognizing when you just need to stop knocking on it. Okay? Just stop knocking on it, because what's behind it, it ain't worth it. I said, and I keep saying it, but this is the last time I say it. I'm not going to live my life that way anymore. I am not. When a situation arises, when I feel that I'm being treated differently or funny, I'm going to step away. I'm not going to fret and gnat about it. I'm not going to try to fix it, as long as I know that I'm not doing anything, or I know that I'm not the problem. I'm not going to rush a relationship because I need time to heal. I don't want to be around nobody that don't want to be around me because they can't get their self together. That goes for friends, family, and like I said, it's people in general. But I wanted to read something to y'all. Well, no, I'm not going to read it. It's not really nothing to read. It just says that everything I talked about is just a reminder. It's a reminder that repeating harmful patterns keeps us trapped. It keeps us in a realm of negative energy. And that negative energy is what is holding you down and holding you back. But the good news is that people can change. They can change. I believe this with all my heart. But you got to want it. You got to want it. When they choose truth over denial and healing over familiarity, that's when things will start rocking and rolling for them. But until then, they slowly killing their soul because of the attitude that they choose to carry. But yeah, that's what was on my mind today. I said no more. I refuse to. I'm going to start really analyzing my decisions and my choices. And I'm going to start putting my foot down about what I don't like, what I'm not going to tolerate. And that's it. Like it, love it, or hate it. It's up to you. God bless you, boo. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. It's Sunday. It's a laid back day. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm a boring person, and it's all right with me. Keeps me out of trouble. Amen.